Hey, this is Jesse with Collins Properties, and today we are talking about seller multiple counter offers, what they are, and what benefits they bring their sellers. Now, you might have seen that I haven't put out a new video in the past 2 weeks. That is because I have been married recently, and I went on my honeymoon in Jamaica, and now I'm back, refreshed and ready to go. And today we are talking about seller multiple counter offers. Now, I really love seller multiple counter offers because they give you so many benefits, and I will make an illustration to show you exactly what I mean. So let's say I'm the seller of $1 million property here in Santa Cruz. I put it on the market, and after 1 week, I get one offer. I don't really have a lot of leverage now. I can counter them back, I can accept the offer, or I can reject it. But if I counter them back, I really don't have a lot of leverage to do so, and they can turn and walk away and say, hey, we're gonna wait another couple weeks till you get a little more antsy, then we're gonna come back with the same offer and see what you say then. But if I receive 3 offers on that property, I have an option that I can use that's called a seller multiple counter. So I'm going to use another illustration to show you how seller multiple counters work. Let's say I'm selling that $1 million property in Santa Cruz County and I get 3 offers. I got one offer at list price at $1 million, but the contingency periods were a little long and they didn't give me a lease back, which I requested for my sellers. Let's say the second offer came in over asking, but they had really long physical contingency period and also no lease back. And then let's say the third offer came in under asking, all cash, with the 29-day lease back and no contingency periods. Now what do I do? Well, I'm going to use a seller multiple counter. I'm going to counter the first one. Let's say I counter them at $1.05 million to match the other one that came in. I'm going to shorten that contingency period down to 7 days for the physical, and then I'm going to request a 29-day lease back if they hadn't included it. The second offer comes in over asking. I'm going to counter them and shorten the contingency period if it's not short enough, and then I might counter them with the lease back if it's not included. And the third one that came in at under asking, I love the contingency period, but they came in under asking, so I'm going to counter them up $1.05 million and add that lease back on if they haven't included it. So I can counter each one of those individual offers individually to really fine tune all of those offers, and then the buyers can do one of 4 things. They can reject it and say, hey, I'm out. They can accept it and sign it and say, I'm down, let's go. They could say, hey, I see that there's more than one offer here on the table. I want to really make sure I get it, and I'm going to up my offer to $1.1 million. Or they could counter lower and say, hey, I already gave you $1.05 million and a lease back. I'm going to counter you back at $1.25 million with the lease back. So they have 4 different options they can choose when they respond to you. And the beauty of it is that as the seller, now you have the luxury to go through each individual offer as they return. And even if they signed all of them and accepted it, you can still pick the one that you like the best. So you could say, hey, if they all come back at $1.05 million with a 29-day lease back, then you might say, hey, I want to choose the all cash offer because it closes in 10 days and there's no contingency. So boom, there you go. So the beauty of a seller multiple counter offer is, number 1, it gives you leverage because you're communicating to everyone in the deal that, hey, you're not the only game in town. You're competing against other people because they will get the counters titled seller multiple counter 1, seller multiple counter 2, etc., etc. So they might even see that there's seller multiple counter 5. So they could say, hey, there's 4 other offers on the table that we know about. We really want this property. We got to put our best foot forward. So it gives you leverage, number 1. Number 2, it gives you flexibility. You can counter each one of those offers individually and really fine tune what you want to see as an offer. So number 2, it gives you flexibility. And number 3, it gives you options. You have the luxury to choose which one you want. Even if all of them sign acceptance, you still have the luxury to choose the offer that best suits you and your plans for your property. So that is a quick overview of the seller multiple counter offers. It's a tool that I love as a listing agent. It really helps, especially in a multiple offer situation, to really get your clients exactly what they're asking for. Thanks for watching this. I hope you found value in it. This is Jesse with Collins Properties. Please follow me and subscribe to stay up to date with more news here in Santa Cruz. I'll be sharing tips, I'll be sharing cool video walkthroughs, and all sorts of stuff that pertains to real estate here in Santa Cruz. You can reach me at 831-227-9987 if you have any questions. And until next time, stay awesome.